Hello. So, I wanted to begin my process speech on something a little more different, a little out of my comfort zone. I looked up a lot of ideas online and I saw the one that Professor posted on um, Blackboard for us to view that the woman got an A on. I really liked her process speech a lot. I wanted to do something that meant a lot to me and then also something that I could others could benefit from and others could learn from my speech about. And so mine was on sewing. My process speech is going to be on sewing and the benefits of it, different things that come from it. So there's different types of sewing. You could sew little major things like a hole in a shirt. You could sew pillowcases. You could even adjust and custom fit dresses, pants, and so on and so forth. There's so much to sewing as it comes. Um, I sew because my grandma taught me when I was about 10 years old. We would sew pillowcases together. That was our favorite thing to do, was to sew pillowcases together. Another reason why I picked up on it as I got older was my daughter is 2 years old. And 2-year olds love to play, they love to get into things and rip their clothes, which my daughter is really guilty of that one. So I picked up sewing again and I sew my clothes, my boyfriend's clothes, and my daughter's clothes. And believe it or not, it saves you a lot of money, a really lot of money. I mean, I could have a $40 pair of pants that have a little hole in it, and I had them for a year, and I could sew it up, and I could fix it, and I would be able to use them again. And that is just something I picked up from learning how to sew from when my grandma taught me when I was very young. Um, so I decided to go online and dive a little bit deeper into sewing. What could it provide for other people than just me? I like it because it relaxes me, because it's beneficial money wise, beneficial because I could fix my clothes and my daughter's clothes that we like, even if it's our favorite t shirt. And so I was like, what are other reasons that people could pick up on sewing that I, don't think of? And so I went online and I found 10 reasons to start sewing. This is from the Dutch Label Shop. They have a website online, and it is a woman telling her story on why she likes to sew. And it gives you 10 reasons why she likes sewing, and it gives details behind it. I don't want to go too deep into it, but I picked out two things that I really liked from her post. And one was she really liked to custom fit all her outfits. She liked to, adjust her shirts and pants in a way that you don't buy them. And I thought that was a really neat idea. I sew by hand, so it's kind of hard for me to do all that, but I definitely do want to eventually move on to using a sewing machine, which is more beneficial, and that is for, more sewing, like bigger projects like custom fits, making pants fit, and different things like that. And another one was she posted that there's a lot of mental health benefits. And she posted a link, which is this link is CNN, and this is how your brain crafts. This is online. You could find this online. CNN. This is your brain on crafting. It's a website on. It's a little project that CNN did on the benefits of crafting, from sewing to art to crossword puzzles, different things of crafting. And I read on it and I found a really awesome fact that really amazed me. And it can help those who suffer from anxiety, depression, chronic pain, and it can also ease stress. And it could also provide happiness to someone, as well as helping a brain from aging, keeps your brain active. A lot of these crafting ideas keep your brain moving, keep your brain alert. So you have something to think about. So your brain is always active, and it helps from aging. And this is from experts who have, they haven't dived really deep into experimenting and finding out for sure, but experts do say it does help. And a lot of people do benefit in many ways besides money, besides fixing their favorite shirt. It's happiness. It helps people with anxiety. It helps people with depression, and that's amazing to me. I really thought, wow, that could benefit a lot of people, and they never even knew. Maybe my speech could inspire somebody to pick up a hobby that could help them and better their lives. So there's a lot of benefits about it. And I just wanted to do a little presentation on what I do and the little process that I do for sewing. And so, like in these pants, these are my favorite pants. I don't know if you could see, but they have a little hole right there, as you could see. And so I already had my needle ready and sewed up. I get the string and I place it inside of the hole, and then I tie a knot, and then I tie a knot at the end. And so then I would just get this where my hole's at, and I would just start sewing. You go in, and then since you have a knot, it stops right there. So then you would go the opposite way. You would move your needle a different way, the opposite way where your needle is at. And you needle it up right here. You go up, you go in, go up. And see, it's just a little process, and it's already closing. I don't know if you could see, but I just wanted to show a little bit on how I sew. And this is, things I do on a daily basis, the type of sewing I do on a daily basis. But I also did a project whenever I was in college at Clovis Community College. And it was a project on how to um, inquire poems on something you love doing. Something like one guy loved doing woodcraft. So he woodcraft poems on a piece of board, and that was his project. Well, me, I love sewing. So what I did was I sewed my very own pillowcase. As you could see, it's not perfect, but you could tell it's hand sewed. Um, and so I made this all by myself, sewed me a pillowcase, and then I have all my poems all over my pillowcase, as you could see. I really enjoyed this process speech. It was a little bit different, and I was so glad that it tested me in my comfort zone, and it made me open up a little bit into my own hobbies and things I like to do. And I really hope everybody enjoys my process speech. Thank you.